Hi and welcome to Birds with Bottle.
We've got a thing about wine.
And we want you to have a thing about wine too.
Now, we love this time of day. Early evening, after a hard day at the office, after a horrible commute.
Or you might have been at home at the weekend, in the garden, got earth under your fingernails.
And you have a shower and change and everything's suddenly lovely.
And you might have friends coming over for dinner to join you later. But it's that early part of the evening when you just want a moment on the patio, and we found the perfect wines to sit down and appreciate.
So, the first wine we've chosen is the Soliar Manzanilla. It's a half bottle from Waitrose. It's $5.19 for a half. It's made by Patio, and it's the traditional wine for this time in the evening, isn't it?
Yeah, although it's got a screw cap, so not served in the traditional way as it would have done. And yeah, all these drinks that we're showing tonight, they're designed to stand alone. You don't need to have food with them.
Although you might want, with this, you might want some olives perhaps, or almonds or something.
Yeah.
Absolutely lovely smell.
Oh,
it's salty, but it's also fruity, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lovely light smell.
Yeah. It feels like you're at the seaside, that tang of the sea
which is
coming out of that
where
glass.
it's from. It's made in Sanlúcar de Barrameda, which is on the south coast of Spain, seaside place, and it's aged there, and so it takes on the sort of salty characteristics. And actually, it's a lovely place to go because there's so many bars, there's people out drinking this, and they've got a little half bottle between them on the table, maybe in an ice bucket. It's just the thing for this time of day. And actually, this sort of thing's going on in the UK as well, isn't it? It's not just out there.
It is. Sherry is such the trend now. The sherry bars opening up all over London, and if you want to be a trendsetter, this is the thing that you should be drinking.
Just taste it. It is gorgeous.
It's fresh, it's savoury, it's bright,
it's salty. It just makes you desperate for an olive, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Delicious.
Delicious.
Okay, for our next bottle, we've got a Taste the Difference Sancerre. It's the 2009 vintage, obviously from Sainsbury's, and it's a £12.59 bottle.
If you go to someone's house and they're serving Sancerre, you know you're in the right place, don't you? It's an absolute classic wine.
Yeah, and it fulfills that moment of you don't need any food to go with it. It's a pure, clean taste that works just really well on its own.
Oh, it's very refreshing, sort of elder. It's not a rich, fat gooseberry smell, is it? I mean, it's Sauvignon,
no,
but
it's not. It's
clean and lovely.
Yeah, much more restrained than that.
Absolutely pure.
Yeah,
very direct, and there's acid, there's freshness.
A little bit of elderflower.
Yeah.
Some nice black currant leaf. That minerality that is very common in Sancerre wines.
So Sandra, it's you and me out here on the patio. Who would be your ideal guest? We're going to have invite some people around for a good evening on the patio.
Well, are we talking real or are we talking fantasy here?
Oh goodness, a fantasy. Let's go with fantasy.
Well, whichever. I'd want somebody to be amusing and entertaining.
Yeah. And so that's Michael McIntyre.
Yeah, of course. Of course it's Michael McIntyre.
And I would go for Hugh Laurie, because I saw him at the Cheltenham Jazz Festival weekend. He is a sexy bit of stuff. He's really attractive and funny and all that.
But would he entertain us?
Yeah, well, we'll drag a piano out onto the patio.
Okay, that kind of works.
It's fantasy. We can have who we like.
Okay. And then we could get Michael McIntyre to do his little run to go off and get the next bottle of wine.
Yeah, let's send him now.
So we thought we'd have a fizz, because that's a lovely thing on a summer evening on the patio. And so we've chosen Tesco's finest, if I can say it, Alsace Riesling. It's a Cremant, and it's $8.99 a bottle.
Yeah,
which is,
and we thought it'd be nice to go back to the sort of cocktail hour era. So we're not having flutes, but we're having these more open bowls.
Yeah.
You call them, don't you?
Yes, those lovely glasses which look so
I like
celebratory.
Yeah. She says clasping. They do have a, don't they?
Okay, here we go.
We both tasted this at Tesco tasting in the spring and absolutely loved it. Was it autumn actually? It's a while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, but really interesting. I mean, brave of Tesco to do a sparkling Riesling. It's, you know, from Alsace. French Riesling, is, you know, all sorts of things going on.
Now, doesn't that look
Yeah,
amazing like that? You see, this makes me feel like Grace Kelly, you know, in high society.
Oh yeah. Oh, let's have her to the party.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah,
she'd be so elegant and drinking out one of these like she does in the movie.
Oh, it's lovely. It's quite floral. It's not dry. It is dry. It's not sweet at all, but it's got a lovely, pretty floral taste.
And there's some good depth of flavour there, isn't there?
So we're moving on to sort of 20s, are we?
Yeah,
well,
definitely.
In that case, can I have James McAvoy in Atonement? Because I love him in his black tie in Atonement.
Well, he'd be quite sort of dapper,
Yeah.
yet troubled.
And a little bit troubled.
Yeah.
But also the sort of the passion building up in him. Yeah, let's have him.
I'm not sure he and Grace Kelly would get along, but
Oh, I don't know. I think they'd be quite, you know, excellent.
and then with maybe Hugh Laurie being his house character, he could be opinionated and a little bit rude, and everyone could, when he walks out the room, go, "Oh, that man!"
Oh, we're going to have drama. Lovely.
Oh, great!
This is lovely.
It is lovely.
Really Moorish. Cheers. So, our last wine is a white Rioja. It's barrel fermented. It's made by Luis Cañas, 2008 vintage, and it's $9.95 at the Oxford Wine Company, available online.
And with this one, we've just chosen something with a little bit more flavour, some, you know, kind of more intensity.
And there aren't enough white Riojas around, are there?
No, there
I
aren't.
love oaked white Rioja. Gorgeous.
And that's such a shame.
I smell that. It's just lovely.
That just smells beautiful coming out of the glass.
Lovely,
You're
savoury
getting
oak.
Yeah, you're getting the oak on that.
There's a lot of flavour. It's a tasty. It's not gratingly oaky.
No,
It's not-
because you can drink this on its own. You don't need to put food again with it. But it's got more flavour in the glass.
It's shouting for olives again, though, isn't it?
Yeah, that would be really good.
Just
but then
delicious.
Spanish olives, yes, how delicious.
So do we need a Spanish guest?
Yeah, I think we do.
Who do we have?
Oh, how about Rafael Nadal? Quite hunky.
Isn't he
very
just
sporty.
eye candy and not? Is there anybody?
No,
home?
no, he's not. I saw
Oh,
him.
really?
I saw him interviewed at Wimbledon. You know, sort of outside. You know, one of those outside studio broadcasts, and he was really great. He was really entertaining. Really
fab.
sounded like he could, you know, quite intelligent and knew what he was talking about. No, actually, he'd be quite good on all fronts.
Oh, okay, let's have him. And then we need a woman with balls. So a real, you know, an excellent woman. Who should we have?
Well, do you know who comes to mind first? I'm going back to the era again, the cocktail hour era. I'm thinking, I don't laugh, I'm thinking Margaret Rutherford as Miss Marple in Murder Ahoy and Murder Most Foul, you know, in her tweed suits and being terribly proper, and her side saddle, sitting on a horse.
Yeah. Well, there wouldn't be any competition with the men, would there? So much.
No,
We'd,
no.
we'd have a real look in, apart from Grace Kelly. Yeah. Okay. Can you imagine Margaret Rutherford with Michael McIntyre? What would he make of her? He might take it on board, or he might just cower as a little boy.
I think it could be quite a good
However,
evening.
the wine's
Yeah,
cracking.
exactly. The wines are going to hold everyone together. And
See you next week.
see you next week.